What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video. And VAR audio has been released by the PGMOL and is as bad and as damning as we expected it to be. It's an absolute scandal, a disgrace that these VAR referees haven't been sacked, because remember that the VAR referees, after the game it was announced that they have been over to the United Arab Emirates to referee a UAE Pro League, and that league is directly funded by the Man City owners. So it's pretty clear that the VAR referee Darren England had absolutely no interest in giving the Luis Diaz goal. He multiple times said, I can't do anything, I can't do anything, I can't do anything about it. And in his voice you don't hear remorse, you don't hear a guy who is really surprised that he made the biggest mess up in his career. You don't hear in his voice he potentially made the biggest mistake of his career. You don't hear regret, you don't hear anything. He's just resigned to not giving the decision. And it was pretty clear that the referees could have stopped the game, because Liverpool had the throw-in when this was still going on. And in this video we will fully analyze the VAR audio. I have the transcript in front of me, and I will also give my opinion and how the pundits, the experts reacted, and how the fans of Liverpool and how the fans of rival clubs reacted to the VAR audio. But I want to hear your opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Type a few sentences in the comments. How did you react when you heard the VAR audio in full? It's the biggest refereeing mistake that I have ever seen, and it's the biggest mistake and the worst decision, absolutely horrendous, because it was clear as day that Luis Diaz was onside, and the VAR referee Darren England should get sacked and sued by Liverpool, because he just didn't want to give the goal. He didn't want to make the right decision. He could have stopped the game, and the referee as well could have stopped the game, even though he was told multiple times to stop the game. He didn't. Also, as you can see, I'm traveling at the moment, but I will still try to make some videos for you guys in the process, and please help me out and support my Patreon. Link is in the video description. These videos only make $5 to $6 per video, so support me in that way. It is truly appreciated, and thank you to the Patreon subscribers who are already supporting my videos. And also, the cover-up by Sky Sports and the cover-up by PGMOL was truly revealed by this VAR audio, because they said, they lied about saying the referee didn't know, or the VAR referee didn't know the referee gave offside. He did know, because multiple times the VAR says possible offside of Luis Diaz, and then the VAR referee says again, just checking the offside, delay, and then they want to give the kick point, then they give it, and they draw the lines 30 seconds after Luis Diaz scored. So the reason why Sky Sports didn't show the lines in the next 3 days, not just in the game, during the game, they didn't show the lines at halftime, they didn't show the lines at full time, they didn't show the lines until 3 days after the game, because they are covering for the PGMOL, they are covering for the referees, they are shielding these awful, incompetent, bunch of corrupt, bribed referees. It's clear as day that the VAR referee and the VAR assistant referee was paid by the Man City owners, and 48 hours later they don't want to give a goal to Liverpool because of some arbitrary rule that you can't stop the game when the game was already kicked off. That's absolutely nonsense, because you can stop the game if it means making the correct call of giving the goal, because making the correct decision of giving a goal overrules all the other rules. That's number one priority for the referee, to give the correct decisions on the pitch. So now let's analyze the VAR transcript, because the VAR referee twice says that they are checking for offside. So he knows and the linesman also said, give the offside, so in the audio it can be heard. The VAR referee knew that the referee has given offside, or the linesman has given offside, and the VAR said when they drew the lines, Sky Sports didn't show the lines. During the game they did show the lines, and halftime they didn't even talk about the Diaz offside decision at halftime, which means that the Sky Sports and all the major TV companies in England are covering for these referees. They are mates, they are friends, and they don't want to expose their incompetence, their corruption. This is absolutely a scandal, a disgrace. You should be complaining to Sky Sports about this. You should be complaining on all the forums and all the social media channels, because they are watching, they are listening, and if you cancel your Sky subscription, they will feel it in their pockets. So the VAR referee said, check complete, that's fine, perfect. And then the assistant is saying, the play resumed, playing. Well done boys, good process. That's what the referee said. This will be memed to oblivion, because I can't believe, after making the most horrendous, worst call in the history of the Premier League, the referee dared to say, well done boys, good process. What on earth are you doing, you bunch of incompetent idiots? This is the only guy in the room who actually knows what's happening and who intervenes is the replay operator, who is not even supposed to talk. He's just there to set up the replays for VAR and for referee. And he said, the replay operator said, and he had to interrupt, because he clearly realized in this instant this is terribly wrong, because the VAR says check complete. The VAR referee knew that it was offside, but the referee thought he's saying check complete because he gave a offside, and so the offside decision should stand. It's an absolute cluster, you know what, shit show. And the replay operator says, wait, the on-field decision was offside. Are you happy with this? And the assistant VAR, who remember was paid by Man City owners 2 days before this game, he said, yeah. Are you happy with this? The assistant VAR says, offside goal, yeah. That's wrong, Dad. And the VAR says, what? On-field decision was offside, the replay operator replies. Are you happy with this image? It's onside. The image that we gave them is onside. So the replay operator is desperate now, because he knew that it was onside by half a meter, and the assistant VAR said, he has played him, he has gone offside. And then VAR referee says, oh fuck, wow. So then the replay operator says, delay, all is saying to delay, which is the PBGMOL hub ops. It's not Michael Oliver, as some people suggested. VAR says, pardon. So the replay operator says, all is calling to say delay the game. The decision is onside. So at this point, Liverpool have a throw-in. They can still stop the game and give the goal, because that's the correct decision and that's the right thing to do. And then this is where it is clear proof of corruption, match fixing. The VAR operator says, Darren England, and he should be sued and sacked on the spot, because this is not just a mistake. He said, we can't do anything. The replay operator keeps banging on to delay and stop the game. Delay the game, stop the game. The replay operator says this like 5 or 6 times. VAR referee Darren England says, they have restarted the game. Can't do anything, can't do everything. And they still haven't released the audio when the referee, Liverpool have a throw-in, the referee is listening to this, and he really realizes, because he has an expression on his face like his house was robbed. He just got a call that his house was robbed. That's what his expression says, that he realizes that this is now a major delay. And he has his whistle in his hands, and he could stop the game. He could whistle, he could say, wait a second, everybody stop. We need to give the goal, because the Luis Diaz goal was onside by a country mile. And yet, he hesitates for a second, but then he doesn't, because it would benefit Liverpool. And this is now the biggest scandal, the biggest corruption, the biggest match fixing that you will ever see in your life. And I just can't believe that they actually released the VAR audio, because this is so damning, this is so bad, this looks so awful for the referee and for the VAR referee as well, that they should never ever referee a Premier League game again, because this is the biggest mistake of their life. Yes, but it's not an honest mistake. They could have still corrected the wrong call, because there was still like a minute after the Luis Diaz scored. They realized Luis Diaz was miles onside. They could have stopped the game, they could have given the goal, but they didn't. Why, you might argue? The only reason I can come up with is 48 hours earlier they were working for the Man City owners, paid by the Man City chairman Al Mubarak, to referee in the United Arab Emirates Pro League. And that's the only time that English referees were refereeing there, freelancing. They had 28 games. 27 of those United Arab Emirates games, there was no English referee called over. But suddenly, 48 hours before the Tottenham-Liverpool game, 3 of the referees who were working on the Tottenham-Liverpool game were working for the Man City owner and the Man City chairman, Al Mubarak. This is absolutely a scandalous, disgraceful audio clip, and I'm now really intrigued to find out what Liverpool will do about this, because I think they have to take legal action against the PGMOL. Howard Webb should resign. This is a new law for English football. And also, Liverpool appealed Curtis Jones's red card. You know, the red card when both Bissouma and Curtis Jones, they both go for the ball honestly and ambitiously, and that's what the football is all about. If you don't go for the ball, then you are not a Premier League player. You would be sacked and kicked out of any squad in the Premier League, not just Liverpool, any squad, if you don't go for the ball. And Curtis Jones gets the ball, but because the ball is round and slippery, it's made of rubber, his leg goes over the ball and kicks Bissouma's leg, but there is no malice, there is no real force in it. He doesn't lunge, he's not a flying tackle, and it's a maximum of a yellow card. Yet the referee, or a VAR referee, recommended, because the referee gave a yellow card, the VAR referee Darren England, who, remember, didn't give the Luis Diaz goal because he can't do anything. He didn't want to give the goal for some reason. Absolute horse crap. So the VAR referee gave Curtis Jones the red card, and he shows a still image of Curtis Jones's extended leg, which of course looks bad. It's still image, always you can make it look as bad as possible. Liverpool appealed the red card, and the PGMOL says appeal rejected. So now Curtis Jones will be suspended for another 3 games because of a red card that was never a red card. I'm absolutely blown away by what is happening in English football. And Rio Ferdinand made a very good point. This is high-level stuff. This is the Premier League broadcasted around the world to 200 countries. It's huge investment in our game. And who is taking ownership of that situation? Who is the boss? Who is leading? It looks like there are a lot of cooks in the kitchen, but nobody is the master chef. And who is going to take ownership? That's my first point, because no one knows who to look for leadership. My second point is in the World Cup and in the Bundesliga, technology takes over in this type of situation. It wasn't left to human error. There is a semi-automatic AI-guided offside system which the Premier League rejected. Why did we reject it? I don't understand. Why isn't that system in the Premier League? Because then offsides at least are not left to human judgment. And there was a vote from the Premier League to say that that technology isn't ready, we don't want it. And I think that there has to be major changes now. But the most important thing is these referees, the referee of the Tottenham game, the VAR referee Darren England, they should never work in the Premier League again, because their integrity is questioned. They have corrupted and was bribed, and they made decisions, awful decisions, on purpose. They didn't stop the game to give Liverpool a legitimate goal when they already knew 1 minute after the Diaz goal that it should have been given or should be given. Absolutely scandalous in my opinion. And Jimmy Carragher says that video operator is the only guy who is trying to save the situation for the VAR and assistant VAR 1 second after Tottenham have taken the free kick. They have completely froze and panicked, and they haven't made the right decision to just stop the game, whether that was in the rule book or not. The only positive thing, I think that this will push all concerned to get the VAR audio out a lot more and a lot quicker in the future. You also might wonder, why did it take 3 days for them to release the VAR audio? And you could see the reaction of all Liverpool fans on social media, that they were all up in arms about this. I mean, the memes were just crazy. There was a meme of a guy holding up a sign. Our expectations for you were low, but holy you went way lower than our expectations, that's for sure. And it's actually incredible that this is a real conversation that took place during the Tottenham-Liverpool game, because if you heard this, you thought that they are just trialing VAR for the first time and it's a bunch of drunk guys after like 8 or 9 pints, 8 or 9 beers already in, that they were just messing about. And they wouldn't think this is a professional, like really serious Premier League game. And that's my opinion. These guys should get sacked, and they should never referee in the Premier League again. Let me know, what do you think in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.